Bam! Figure review! S.H.Figuarts 20th anniversary Sailor Moon figure! Black Lady. I want to say Black Moon, what the fuck? Hello, welcome back to another figure review, which I've already said. I'm gonna have a look at what I've already said, the Black Lady from the S.H.Figuarts line of Sailor Moon stuff. This is a huge box. I'm wondering what's all in there. I think she comes with a ton of accessories actually. I mean, there's probably like a scarf, and there's already a hint at the tennis ball of doom. Well, it's actually not a tennis ball. It's whatever that sport is called. I don't know sports. I'm talking about figures here. Come on. But okay, nice looking box. I like this one. I really like that one. But enough about the box. Let's take it out and see what we get. What do we get? Well, actually quite a bit. I just opened the box and there's like interesting stuff. I gotta say, I'm excited for this one. So, without further ado, first gonna have a look at the overall figure before we get to the accessories and all that other jazz. So, size. She stands about 14 centimeters, almost 14 and a half to the top of her head, and 15 centimeters to the top of here of those thingies, the hair. And yeah, that's basically between 5.5 to 6 inches. Overall detail, there's a couple of things going on. First of all, the face sculpt is amazing. I love it. The hair over there gets kind of see-through. And it's overall see-through. At the top here it's painted, but it's still, the rest of it is see-through. Yes, look at all of that. Very impressive actually. Great detail on the earrings. And the choker also nicely painted. But overall there's not much else going on the dress itself. That's the thing about the anime. There's always some red kind of shining off. It actually looks, in some events, in some parts of the anime, and I actually looked it up. I went back and looked at some stuff. In some parts of the anime, her fucking dress looks red with like a black hue going over it. But apparently it's black now. So but you do have the red inside and kind of like the blue. That's like an extra part going down there. Articulation wise, let's see. Head rotates around like that, goes forward and has good motion actually. Goes forward and back, left and right. And as you can tell, obviously the hair pieces over here are in ball joints, see-through ball joints. The holes for the balls are just pretty big. More articulation, but as a result you kind of have the big holes over there. Bummer. At the shoulders, goes up and rotates around. What do we have? It's the double ball stuff going on there. So it goes around. It's kind of stiff. Hold on. It's kind of fighting me. Don't fight me. Yeah. Goes around like that. Can move it forward a little bit. Kind of a mess. Why is it so stiff? Does go up like that fairly well. We have a little hinge over here. Nothing too spectacular. There's nothing real that rotates up here or anywhere. I mean, except for the shoulder, of course. And then we have the fist hand, which moves up, down, and all around on the cut ball joint. Let's get it back into place. At the torso, well, actually at the chest, first of all. At the chest we get a lot of side-to-side motion. Really a lot. Goes forward. Gets good motion out of this piece, and then at the lower hip part we get basically the same. Lots of left and right, and a good amount, a fairly good amount, actually damn good amount if you ask me. So with both of these in effect, you can really bend her back and forward. So then let's see, we have the diaper part over here. Of course, you got some white panties for all your pervs out there. Represent. Leg goes out like that, and let's see if this whole entire dress thingy is not getting in the way. No, it goes forward nicely. But what about back? Because there's all this stuff going on here, which is actually so there's no hinge or no ball or anything going on there. So I just want to move that away to see how far the leg goes back. Fairly well, but it's definitely kind of getting pushed back by the dress in that situation. But it gets the job done. Obviously, rotates around, and then we get to the knees, which again with the smaller balls, but I guess it's like a smaller figure. You can't really do the bulky ball, so the knees don't look super well. Kind of suffer from it. So then we have the good old ball at the feet. So you get a lot of forward motion and a lot of backward motion because there's absolutely nothing blocking it. Goes all the way in, holy crap, and not really out. That has been like one of the things recently. They have ankle rockers. Oh no, there you go. Kinda have to play around with it a little bit. Everything's pretty stiff on this figure. I don't know what's going on. But anyway, that's the articulation, and you can tell I didn't even do anything, but that's already kind of cool looking pose, like with the sassy. Yeah. Alright, let's get over to the accessories. Well boys, I'm actually impressed with the amount of accessories she comes with. They really thought of everything. So first of all, got a couple of different faces. The smiling face, the mischievous face, or whatever you should call that. Angry, smiling. Haha! The worried face, sad face. Of course, they all look amazing, amazing detail. So then, of course, she comes with her... What's that thing called? I mean, of course, it's the robot thing, cat hat. And actually comes with like a little thing to put the thing. Yeah. That thing. That little stand, that little base. Just for the cat hat. So you can kind of balance it on there. But actually also has a hole. And an extra arm for the base. But I'll get to that. Has the goddamn tennis racket. You know, it's not tennis. What do you call it again? With this feather. Anyhow, this is one of the best accessories I've ever seen. Like, seriously. It's so out of the park. Like, knocking the ball out of the park. Whee! No, but actually, the thing looks amazing. And, of course, she comes with a couple of hands. You got the blurry hands. There you go. The open hand, kind of like a... I don't know. It's kind of like holding out her hand. And just more for posing and of course grabbing, and you can use this one for the tennis rackets. But I would guess the other open hands. I'm just gonna slide it in from the bottom real quick. Why is it like kind of yellowing in the back? Why are my lights freaking out? It's very annoying, but yeah, it fits in there. Again, I'm just sliding it from the back to quickly see, and there you go. There you got your hands, there you got your racket. And she comes with the base, the Black Lady base. Where you have 3 holes. And you got 2 arms. As usual. Well, not as usual. Actually, absolutely not as usual. Because one is especially for the cat hat. Which you kind of peg in there. And you peg it into the base. And you have that floating around. You're not wasting your time with any of those things just lying around, which I absolutely love. Thank you very much for that. They dropped that ball so hard when they released the Sakura figure. And they had Karo not be a feature of the base. But another feature is her scarf. Now, there's 2 things about this. Actually there's only one thing, which brings up another thing. You can only pose her with that, with the base, because you have this extra piece. There's actually ball on there. And you put this piece on there and you attach it. Oh my god. Ugh. And you attach it to one of the arms. And I took the wrong one. Oh wait, no, it's the right one. So yeah, you can have that and then you put her up on the base and you could pose that. The problem with that though, she has nothing to hold the scarf without the base. I mean, you can, since it comes together here, you can kind of, and I tried it earlier, you can kind of wrap it around and hold up her arms, and she will hold it somewhat, but there's no peg for you to put in her back or something to get that in there. So you absolutely have to use the base if you really want to do some cool stuff with the scarf. And that's it. Okay, time for the final thoughts, but before I do, a couple of things to note. As you can clearly tell, I broke a hair off. Whee! Yeah, I broke it clean off. It didn't even disconnect. The fucking see-through ball pack over there just kind of broke off while I tried to get it out of the way. So be very, very, very careful with that. Final thoughts time. Absolutely get this one. I think this one's amazing. Just saying that they would go this far and making a new mold for a Sailor Moon figure, for a Sailor Moon character that's not even that, you know, up there with all the other ones. And I say, like, you had to remold the hair. They got an entirely new mold in the arms, you know. You got the scarf going on and the entire dress, and you know what? All of it is pretty damn good. She comes with a ton of stuff. You have like a cat hat, you have a goddamn racket. And yeah, I mean, I guess the only thing I don't like is the not so great hair attachment. And also, I don't know about the scarf. It's kind of like, I think it's kind of like too far back. It's fairly limited the way they did it, but I really like this figure, and I really like that they took a chance with a not so well-known Sailor Moon character. I mean, well-known, but you know what I mean. She's not a main character. She's not there like 200 episodes of the show or whatever, like 2/3 or... Anyhow, thank you very much, boys and girls and whoever, kids, adults. Thank you very much for watching. Remember, if you enjoyed this review, feel free to hit it up with a like and maybe subscribe to the channel so you can stay tuned for more figure reviews, gameplay stuff, and whatever Black Lady wants. Goodbye.